Welcome to the Fortress of Comic News. This is episode 11. We are
episode
back.
11. We made it. We made it past the dreaded episode 10.
Mike almost died, so
I was on. I contracted the Black Death from the 1800s. It resurrected and I got sick for like a week.
Did you have sex with a mouse or something?
Yeah, that's actually how you get the Black Death. You just get sexual with mice.
That's what I heard.
All up in that.
I read about it once.
Yeah, that's what those dirty English people were doing back then.
Yeah, that was the cause of the Revolutionary War, right?
Yeah, it started with they had sex with the mice in the sewers, and then got the Black Death, and then Revolutionary War happened. And then I think then the Emancipation Proclamation, and now we have presidents, and that brings us up to the election, and that's your history lesson for the day, kids. You're
all way smarter now because of this.
Yeah, I honestly don't know shit about history, comic book history. Oh, we could go. My knowledge of history goes back as far as the 1940s. The birth of comics. That's it. That's all I got. Nothing past that. I was dying. I couldn't breathe, and it was great. Time. It's I think it's infecting most people on the East Coast though, so I wasn't the only one.
Yeah, my lady had it.
Yeah, it came all the way. It came down here to Massachusetts, or over here. But I'm better now, so let's. We got some stuff to talk about. It sucks I was sick because like all this crazy stuff started happening, and I was like, oh man, I would like to talk about that, but oh well.
Well, let's jump right into it.
Yeah. So the other night, last weekend, I went on the internet and I found something good, which rarely it doesn't happen nowadays. Everything's so negative on the internet all the time. I found a coupon for 40% off your single graphic novel purchase at Barnes & Noble on their website. So, which included the omnibus books and the DC Comic Absolute editions. So I bought Absolute Animal Man for about $30, or the omnibus of Grant Morrison's Animal Man, and then I got Grant Morrison's Doom Patrol omnibus for about $50, which is like,
I'm jealous.
Awesome. Yeah, I was gonna tell you about it, but then it had already expired by the time I used them. So sorry there, bud. Next time. Chris looks really upset. He also isn't wearing a hat today. I don't know if he lost his hat. I haven't seen him without a hat in a while. It's kind of scaring me.
I've been going with like the mad scientist not caring about my hair thing for the past week.
So you've been going with the Rick Sanchez hair?
Yeah, the like I'm pretty sure this guy is going to snap at any second hair look.
You're delivering your Pepsi orders, and people are like, "Is he okay? Should we call someone?"
It's because I really need a haircut, but I am too fucking lazy to go get one.
That's why they invented hats, so you don't have to go out and get haircuts. It makes it easier.
And then I left my hat in my car like last weekend, and I'm not gonna walk all the way over there to get it.
It's been there all week. I can't go outside and get it. It's too gone.
And every time I come home from work, I got like stuff I gotta bring in with me. So I'm always just like, do I grab the hat or do I?
That's a pretty big decision to make.
I'll get it tomorrow. I gotta make sure I get my coffee cup so I can clean it out.
Yeah, you're exhausted by the time you get home, and you're like, well, I don't know if I could carry that hat in. There's a lot of weight to it.
I think this is actually this is the actual conclusion. I've gotten really deep into a JRPG, so I have no time to do anything except for get immediately home and start playing that game.
That's how I feel about that's how I feel about Overwatch right now. It's been consuming my life.
Yeah, I'm playing a lot of Dragon Quest.
Yeah, I was just looking at myself in the mirror today. I'm like, my eyes look really bad. Like people at work probably think I'm addicted to heroin or something. I've been waking up late, but I mean I still make it to work on the right time. I'm just like all disheveled and I've been drinking way too much coffee to stay awake. It's just bad. Yeah. Well, it didn't help that we'll talk about comics in a second. The PlayStation Network was down yet again. It's like the second time it's happened in 5 days. So I'm on the verge of trying to get some competitive in with my competitive team in Overwatch because I'm that good now. I have my own competitive team, or I like to think I'm that good. But yeah, so it's down for about. I get home, I'm ready to play at like 5 o'clock. PlayStation Network doesn't go up till like 10 or 11 p.m. So I'm like, all right, I'll stay up a little later. Then Overwatch is having login issues on the Sony on PlayStation, only PlayStation, of course. So then I'm about to go to bed. It's like maybe 12:30 at night, and then my team texts me is like, "Oh, network's back up." So I get out of bed at like 12:30 at night, and I played till like 2:30 in the morning, and I was like, "All right, I gotta go to bed."
I love because I'm serious. I've been like really going hard on Dragon Quest Warriors or Heroes.
Yeah,
and when that was happening, it kept sending me messages like the PlayStation Network is down. I'm just like, I don't give a fuck right now. I'm trying to kill some ogres up here.
I don't have to connect to a server to kill these ogres, so I'm fine.
Leave me alone.
Yeah,
but yeah,
that's a struggle.
I actually did do something comic related recently.
Oh, you did?
Other than reading. Have you been to the Strong National Museum of Play in Rochester?
No, so I was in Rochester for 5 years, and I did not make it there once.
So I had to spend some two-on-one, but one-on-one time with one of my girlfriend's sons, and we decided to take him there.
Hold on, you're leading into that. I thought you were like one of your girlfriends. I was like,
yeah, one of my many girls, because this just attracts.
I'm like he's going on air with that. He's not even hiding it anymore. Wow,
it's the new hair, man. Like they love it.
Yeah, I'm not worried that. They're like, wow, he's probably really smart and is solving some math equation somewhere.
He's just doing this so he can like make a new nuclear bomb or some shit.
And I think, are you wearing a NASA shirt too?
I am. That actually adds credibility.
So now you just look like a rocket scientist that has no other time.
I definitely didn't buy this NASA shirt at Target.
You don't actually work on rockets.
So we take them there because it's fun for kids and everything. But I think I had more fun than the kid did because they had they had a pinball section.
Yeah.
I think I played X-Men pinball for about half the trip. They had an arcade section, and I got some quality Frogger time in.
Oh no! Hell yeah!
And then there was this little section that was like comic book history, and they didn't have anything like super rare or anything like that, but they had like little tidbits up and stuff to like introduce people to the history and backstory of comics.
Mm-hmm.
They have a lot of really cool toys there too.
That's awesome.
They had like old Migos. They had a Captain America, Batman, Joker, Migos. I mean, there were so many toys there. It was unbelievable. If you have little kids, or if you're a little kid in an adult body like myself, it's a good time.
If you're a little kid in an adult body. They should have that on the sign. Strong Museum of Play. If you're a little kid or a little kid in an adult body, come on.
My girlfriend constantly has to ask, like, so which one of you is the child here? It's like quiet.
Well, sometimes you just got to check. I mean, it's hard to remember these things. I'll never forget when I first started. I think I was a freshman at RIT. So this had to be almost 6 years ago, 5 years ago. I was in the library because the first year I used to study in the library, and the fourth floor, or third or fourth floor, there was a quiet floor of the library, and it was where everybody goes study. But sometimes they would do like themed like showcases of like artifacts and stuff. So like one time I'm up there looking for a book, and I just like walk into the section. There's nobody up there. Like I was the only one on this floor, and there's just like all these glass cases with comic books in them. And I was like, what is going on? And I'm like walking around, and like there's these, and it was like there's Amazing Fantasy 15 for Spider-Man, just in a glass case, all by itself on the fourth floor. That like nobody knew it was there, and I'm looking at all these old. I think mostly Marvel stuff. There was some old school Thor. I think the first Thor was there. But I'm walking around. I'm like, if I broke this glass and took it, who would really know? Would they know? It was so tempting, but it was just so weird to walk into because like nobody ever mentioned it. Nobody ever talked about it. Like, hey, there's this exhibit going on. It wasn't advertised anywhere. They were just chilling there in glass cases. Like,
very interesting.
Very bizarre. Yeah. I might have dreamt it. I don't know. It was very bizarre.
So I had that dream.
Yeah, I have that dream every night. So let's movies. So there's I guess I don't know, we must have missed this somewhere. There's been a Booster Gold movie confirmed. Did we talk about it being confirmed?
No, but yeah, that I saw that today when I was online. I didn't realize there was one coming.
I already pre-ordered 10 pairs of tickets.
I mean, weren't they talking about doing a Berlanti Booster Gold TV show?
Yeah, and I guess since that got tanked, now Berlanti's doing a movie. That's what sparked the thing to do a movie, I guess. But like, there's articles everywhere. They're like, it's not going to be part of the DC Entertainment Universe, and it's like, why does that even? First of all, when they say that, it makes me think they're going to treat him like Deadpool.
Yeah.
So if anybody knows who Booster Gold is, he's the comical relief hero, but he's not as obnoxious as Deadpool, I guess. He's from the future. He's from like the 31st century, I think. He's a football star. He gets injured. He becomes a security guard at this museum for superheroes. He finds a powered suit with a robot and like travels back in time, and then he uses his knowledge of the future to like advertise himself and make money for himself. It's so weird. He advertises himself everywhere and makes money, but he's a superhero. I don't know. It's weird. But he's always been a funny character. So I guess they probably don't really know how to handle him in the Snyderverse.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it matters either way. Like, do it like Deadpool, do its own thing. Just don't be bad like Deadpool.
Yeah, either way, it's we're getting a Booster Gold movie, so I can't really complain about that. I'm excited. Now, if they make it part of the CW verse, that'd be weird. I wonder if it's not part of the universe, but I'm sure he's going to go through. If they do the Jeff Johns run of it, which I'm sure they'll do because Jeff Johns is like the head of the movies over there, they'll be going through the time stream. So he'll be going to different realities and meeting with different characters. So then he could be part of all the universes, essentially.
I just think he would be a good character to introduce into Legends of Tomorrow. Like,
yeah, really.
But
yeah, that was the whole run with him where he hooked up with Rip Hunter to travel through the time stream, but they missed that opportunity in Legends. Probably because they already talked about making a movie with him. Either way, I'm excited. I'll pay the money to see that. Deathstroke test footage. Did you see that? Did you see that Deathstroke test footage?
Yeah.
So it was so weird because like Ben Affleck is not vocal at all about any of these things. And people almost thought he posted it on Twitter as like an accident, like he was supposed to message it to somebody. But Ben Affleck tweeted test footage or a costume screening for Deathstroke, and it looked pretty awesome. Like, you know, the colors were there.
No, I was reading that I forget his name now, but the guy from I know him from How I Met Your Mother, but I guess he was in that vampire show.
Yeah, I can't remember his name. The huge guy. He's a big guy.
Yeah, is he supposed to be playing Deathstroke?
Apparently, so they haven't confirmed who's playing Deathstroke yet, but he Instagrammed with his wife that they were in England. And if you saw his hairdo and his beard, it kind of resembled Deathstroke. And Justice League is filming in England right now. So if he's part of the Justice League or Batman movie, I don't know. But it's all kind of, I mean, maybe famous people hang out in England. I don't know. Maybe it's just a thing they do.
It's a thing I would do.
Yeah, it's just hang out in England. But I thought the footage was pretty cool. And if they make him the villain for the Batman movie, I'd be excited for that. But I think they're making a mistake not making him the villain of like a Teen Titans movie or a show if they ever did that.
Well, I mean, they still could do that with a show. I don't foresee them doing a Teen Titans movie. Of course, I could be way off on that.
Yeah, I mean, that's what when I grew up, that was what really got me in the DC universe. I was talking about this with my buddy that the Teen Titans cartoon was like so epic at the time, and the main villain for that whole story arc was just Deathstroke, Slade the whole time, and that was awesome.
I like the idea of not doing the typical Batman villain. Like, you know, we've seen all the big Batman villains. I mean, let's. I want to see them venture out to different villains, and doing Deathstroke would be cool because it's a unique match for him.
Yeah, I just want to see an hour and a half of them fighting, just like punching each other, using gadgets and stuff. That's all I want to see.
Yeah.
Okay. J.K. Simmons talked about how he just wrapped up playing Commissioner Gordon in the Justice League movie.
And his next step is Master Roshi.
Yeah. He really should be. He does look like Master Roshi.
That one picture where he's all like bulked out, like steroided out.
You just give him the goatee and he's Master Roshi. That's awesome.
Yeah, a goatee and a turtle backpack, and he's all good to go.
That would be so great. It's not like we've gotten a Dragon Ball Z live action movie. That's never happened before. Don't say it.
We don't talk about it.
We don't talk about it.
Nope. It was a depressing time in my life.
That's where it ends. But he had all these praises to say about you're so disappointed right now. You're just like for anyone who listens to this on like iTunes, Chris kind of just like looked off in the distance, and I think part of him died. I just saw some of his.
So upset that I had to be reminded of that movie.
I'm sorry for that.
I was so excited for that movie. Went day one.
Yeah, we all were.
Midnight showing.
Yep. Yeah. You know, sometimes.
Let's move on to happier things.
Sometimes bad things happen to good people. Yeah, so it was kind of weird how J.K. Simmons finishes as Commissioner Gordon. Obviously, he talked about most of his scenes are with Ben Affleck, whether it's Bruce Wayne or Batman. It's probably mostly Bruce Wayne. Although this is an older Batman, so maybe they're going to do the whole thing where like Commissioner Gordon and Bruce Wayne are just hanging out at a bar drinking scotch, like in Dark Knight Returns. Maybe that's the scene. They're just at a bar drinking scotch, you know, talking about how old they are. I would like that. I'd like to see that. But then he went on to praise Zack Snyder, which I'm not knocking Zack Snyder, but it's interesting to see an actor of his caliber praising a director, because J.K. Simmons is like he's a pretty, he gets around for acting, and his roles are usually phenomenal. So, it's just weird for him to go out on the record and be like, Zack Snyder's got it all under control. It was a very good set to be on, and he's very smart at what he's doing. So that's always nice to hear. Yeah, it might seem like all DC movie news. That's because it is. I didn't make it that way, I swear. I don't know if you have any Marvel news. It's like the calm before the storm.
Marvel's been quiet. I mean, just they're ramping up for Doctor Strange.
That's what they like to do though. They're all quiet, and like next week, like watch the Guardians of the Galaxy trailer just drop randomly.
Well, I feel like they just have it like loaded in their back pocket, and they're just gonna wait for like DC to announce something crazy. Like, I don't know.
You know what I'm thinking? Like maybe Sunday Night Football, we might see something from Marvel. I don't know.
I mean, I get what you're saying, but Monday Night Football would make even more sense since they own ESPN.
Yeah, Monday night, yeah, because that's on ESPN.
But it seems like whenever DC has something like huge, that's when Marvel just like, look at this, we got this. Fuck DC.
we got this. Here you go.
And DC just can't hold the spotlight. And then this past couple of weeks, it's been all DC, but it hasn't been anything huge. It's just been like.
It's almost like they're trying to coax Marvel into releasing something. Like maybe if we trick them, like you start sending these articles out that are almost something that's of news, like they'll pull the trigger.
And we'll get to it, but they just had the retailer summit, so there was a few announcements there too, comic book wise.
Yeah. So
maybe that was the focus.
Suicide Squad hit 700 million last week. Internationally,
not surprising.
Yeah, I mean it was a total flop though. $700 million. I don't know how they're going to make their money back. Obviously, it's a hit from those numbers. Can you imagine what like a really well critic reviewed movie would do? Holy crap!
Well, I'm waiting to see what happens down the line when we get to Suicide Squad 2 and Batman v Superman 2, and like, are people gonna keep going to these movies and not liking them? I will, because we have to talk about it.
I will, because we have to tell everyone about them. But it seemed to me like people paying the money to see it liked it. I don't know. We've talked about it already, but we've talked about this before. The Flash movie is going to revolve around the Rogues, which is going to be so much fun. I cannot wait for that.
So happy about that.
We're gonna be watching a movie. Okay, you're gonna pay $10 to go into a room with a bunch of other people that are staring at the same screen, where a man named Mirror Master is going to be having a conversation with a guy named Captain Cold.
Who better be in a parka, damn it.
Who's going to be in a parka, and it's not going to be snowing out.
Better be sleeveless, too. I'm down with the sleeveless parka.
Yeah, sleeveless parka. Who would you like to see play Captain Cold? I would like to see Matt Damon. Like, that's who I would like to see. I don't know why I thought of that. I thought it was a really good.
That's so out of left field.
Well, it's perfect though, is it? Matt Damon as Captain Cold.
Oh my god. I want to see Arnold Schwarzenegger because I want more cold puns.
Are you serious? No way. I would like to see.
Chill.
Everybody freeze. What did he says something too like time to put you on ice or something like that. No, wasn't he's stealing, the whole pun is like he's stealing a giant diamond. Like he's trying to steal a large amount of ice. Oh god.
Oh, that's great.
Mr. Freeze. Anyways, yeah, so like imagine like Matt Damon, Captain Cold. You get like, who would be Heat Wave if they do Heat Wave? I think they would do Heat Wave. Ben Affleck heat wave. Just don't even acknowledge the fact he looks just like Bruce Wayne.
No, you have to constantly acknowledge it. Like, dude, you look exactly like Bruce Wayne.
Like, no, I don't.
Leave me alone, guys.
Anyone that tells him that, he just sets him on fire. Obviously, we have Captain Boomerang.
Keanu Reeves as a weather master.
As who?
Or weather wizard.
Weather wizard? Yeah. Oh, dude. Oh, my God. That'd be so good.
Dude, look at this thunderstorm.
Yo, check out my thunderstorm. Dude. Who the hell would be Mirror Master though? It'd have to obviously they would have to go with the Scottish Mirror Master, right? Would they do the Scottish?
Who can do a really good Scottish?
Sean
Connery.
Connery Mirror Master. That's it. Done. Take our casting ideas. Keanu Reeves, Ben Affleck, Heatwave, Matt Damon, Cold, Captain Cold.
And there has to be a Batman cameo where they meet. Like after the credits,
he's like, "Wow, you do look like me. You look like Bruce Wayne."
The exact opposite. I don't know what they're talking about. He looks nothing like me.
Are we gonna get a top? Are they gonna do the top? Oh my god, I can't wait. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be just Matt Damon as Captain Cold. Just do it. Just pull the trigger, man. He's got it. All right. Yeah, so that's happening for the Flash movie. TV shows.
Moving on.
So Chris and I watched this fantastic Amazon Prime exclusive called...
That's what I forgot to do.
What?
I didn't watch it.
You didn't watch it? Oh, no. Well...
You can go ahead and spoil the hell out of it, though.
I'm gonna talk about. I mean, there's not a whole lot to spoil. It's your generic origin story for a superhero. So the Tick pilot is currently on Amazon Prime. Amazon Prime is doing something fantastic to where they'll put a pilot on for their exclusive TV shows, and depending on the amount of views they get, they'll turn it into a TV show, which is like genius. But the Tick, it features Jackie Haley, who played Rorschach. He's the villain, named the Terror. And like he's got like all this rubber makeup on his face to make him look deformed. But he started speaking, and I'm like, that is Rorschach talking. So he's played more than one, comic book verse.
This is his third.
Oh, he was in Spider-Man.
He was in Preacher.
Was he in He was in Preacher?
Yeah.
Who was he in Preacher?
The guy that ran the meat factory. What the hell's his name?
No way, that's him. Quinn Cannon?
Quinn Cannon, yeah. He's Quinn Cannon, yeah.
Quinn Cannon is Rorschach?
Yeah. 100%. I'm positive on that.
My mind is... You just blew my mind. We haven't talked about that. What? What?
I'm pretty sure that's true. I mean, we can double check that.
I mean, I believe you because his acting is fantastic. Like he for me was the best part of Watchmen was the Rorschach.
That movie's so good.
I thought he was perfect. Yeah, and every time I talk about Watchmen, I just want to watch it.
Pull 4 hours of my life aside to watch it.
Yeah, because when you watch Watchmen, you can't do the regular cut. You have to do the director's extended cut.
I think we're vamping because he's looking it up.
Hold on. I'm searching for this. Where the hell's Quinn Cannon? Why doesn't he show up? He's in more than 3 episodes. I know he is. Oh my God, it is him. Odin Quinn Cannon, Jackie Haley. You, sir, you get some points for that one. Damn, how did I not? Wow. So, and he was in Spider-Man too. Do you remember him in Spider-Man? That was him, right?
I don't remember him in Spider-Man.
The Sam Raimi Spider-Man. I'm pretty sure he's the guy who kills Uncle Ben.
Really?
Yeah, you don't remember that? I gotta look him up. I gotta look him up again. Hold on. I'm pretty sure the Sam Raimi Spider-Man. I don't know that character's name in Spider-Man that kills Uncle Ben, but what the hell is it? Let's see if he's got into like 4 different comic book universes. That would be okay. So obviously, okay. Oh, now he's in the Dark Tower too. What? Dude, this guy. Okay.
All over the place.
He was in RoboCop.
The original or the remake?
The remake, 2014, the crappy one. Okay, so let's see here. He was in Watchmen.
Of course.
Maybe he wasn't. I really thought he was in Spider-Man for some reason. So he's going to be in the Dark Tower movie. He's in The Tick, he's in Preacher, and he was in Watchmen. And I guess RoboCop was a comic book first, right? So I guess that counts. Kind of.
Was it a comic first?
I believe so. Well, Frank Miller did a huge run of the RoboCop. But either way, this guy has gone through a few comic book universes. I didn't know he was in Dark Tower. That makes me really excited. He's fantastic, nonetheless. If you remember him, do you remember the movie Shutter Island?
Never saw it.
Okay, then we won't talk about that. But anyways, we're back to The Tick. It was really good. The guy, Peter Serafinowicz is his last name. He was in Guardians of the Galaxy. He played the Nova Corps guy that goes, "What a bunch of a-holes." Remember that guy? Mm-hmm. He plays the Tick. And it's really bizarre. Yeah, it's really bizarre because he's got like this really obnoxious, he's not British. He wouldn't even know that he has an English accent. But he's so obnoxious. It's just great. It's so good. The effects are really good, and they just start off with people in super costumes, and it's a dark humor too. You just got to watch it. I recommend it. It's only like half an hour. If you have Amazon Prime, you just watch it, and you could do the thing where you download the shows on your phone and take them on the go. If you're on a plane or something, you can download them ahead of time. Yeah. But yeah, it was really good. I recommend it. Did you see the Ash versus Evil Dead season 2 trailer?
No, because I haven't even started season 1 yet.
Well, apparently the season 2 trailer has been out for quite a while. It got banned from San Diego ComicCon because it was too graphic. Go figure. I would not place San Diego ComicCon one to ban content, but apparently it was too. But it starts off with Ash revving his I won't spoil it to where we are in the show, but like it's Ash is revving his chainsaw and he uses it to cut open a keg. Like you think he's gonna cut open he's like partying in Florida, and he thinks he's away from the demons again, and it catches up to him. And then they have to travel to his hometown to try to find out where the evil originated. And I guess this season we're going to meet his dad, who's exactly like him, so super obnoxious.
Yeah, I don't get, what is it, like Cinemax? Is that what it's on?
Stars yeah, it's on one of those. I think it's Stars.
I only get HBO. I don't have the other ones, so I've been waiting for the DVD.
Oh, okay.
Which I think is out now.
Yeah, the Blu-ray DVD is out now, so you should buy it.
Well, it was second in line to season 2 of Star Wars Rebels.
Yeah, I could see where you'd prefer that. Have you watched any of Star Wars Rebels season 2 yet?
No, I just I binged season 1 over the past 4 days.
In between playing Dragon Age? Wow, dude.
Yeah.
And I didn't think superheroes existed, but that's like a superpower, man. I don't know how you did that.
Hair.
the hair shows.
Yeah, it's really good, and it ends on like a intense moment. I mean, it's it's given away now because she's one of the leads of season 2. But like one of my favorite characters pops up at the last episode, and that's Ahsoka Tano. If anyone's watched Clone Wars,
yeah, that's why I figured I was gonna get into Rebels, but I probably should watch Clone Wars before I watch Rebels.
Clone Wars is really good. It just takes like probably into season 2 to really get its footing.
Yeah, I found the abridged version where I could watch like the canon episodes.
Yeah, because season 1 they really wanted to be a kid show, and it was kind of like it's kind of cheesy. But then it's into season 2 where they're like, you know what, fuck this, and they introduce like Darth Maul and Savage Opress, and
that's awesome.
Show way more General Grievous because we need more General Grievous.
Hell yeah. The Strain is back. Do you watch The Strain?
No. I tried and enjoyed the first couple episodes.
I'm on episode 2. I think there's 3 episodes out. Where
Seasons?
It starts out. No. This is the 3rd season.
Oh, yeah, you said episodes.
Yeah, but I'm on episode 2. The season just started like a couple weeks ago.
Oh, of the new season. Okay.
Yeah, the new season. But it starts off with like just like SWAT team style killing zombies in a dark tunnel or not zombies, I'm sorry. Vampires. But it's a lot more action the last couple seasons because we build to the point where they're like over the cities, all the cities are overrun by vampires, so it's pretty awesome. I just recommend it. If anybody likes that type of stuff, I think it's one of the better shows on FX right now. I can't get into American Horror Story anymore. It's just not for me. Just can't do it. Mr. Robot, dude, if you gotta watch. I know the first season of Mr. Robot's on Netflix. You gotta watch it.
I do because Telltale is in talks to making a Mr. Robot game, so I have to
listen to me. The last 3 episodes of Mr. Robot, I'm like, oh, they answered that question, but what? So like. I don't want to. I'm not even going to spoil it for you because it is like the biggest reveal. You just got to watch it. Once you watch it, we'll talk about it because I mean it's not really essential for us to talk about it right now. Anybody who's not watching Mr. Robot, watch Mr. Robot. Thank you. Good night. Okay.
If I get time to watch it, we'll do like a season 1 recap.
Yes, we could do that, and then we'll have to go through it. Okay. Luke Cage, September 30th.
Woo! It's my birthday.
Woo. Happy birthday to Chris. He gets to watch 13 hours of TV.
And play Yokai Watch too.
And play Yokai Watch. We're making a song. I can just see you on the couch playing Yokai Watch and watching Luke Cage. and drinking Baja Blast. With like a party pack of tacos.
Yeah, right.
That's your birthday. That's your birthday.
My girlfriend's just like, so we're going out for your birthday. Because my birthday's a Friday.
Yeah.
And I told her, I said, I'm not going out on my birthday. Yokai Watch 2 comes out and Luke Cage is released. That's what I'm doing for my birthday. And like, it turned into kind of an argument because it's like, no, I'm taking you out.
No,
pretty sure,
I gotta watch all.
I'm pretty sure I just told you I'm watching Luke Cage. She listens to this, so I'm gonna get angry texts later.
All right, we need to digress. So Luke Cage is coming. It's gonna be a hit. I mean, already the critics are like, this is fucking awesome. And it was like, dude, come on, it's a Marvel Netflix show. We get the gist of it. Something we haven't talked about. I didn't even write this in the notes for the episode. Someone involved in the Iron Fist show, posted a quote, like a letter written from the Thunderer to Iron Fist. If anybody knows who the Thunderer is, he trains Iron Fist, and he is. So this is. It takes a lot for me to say this, but because I never read Marvel, but Iron Fist is one of my favorite characters. The Thunderer is by far my favorite Marvel character is the Thunderer. So like, if I get to see, obviously they're gonna do the Thunderer for the Iron Fist show, but dude, I got so happy that it's basically confirming him on the show. Man, and it's a quote about him being immortal. So now it's like almost like they're doing the Immortal Iron Fist story. They have to be doing the Immortal Iron Fist story.
There was like a week, maybe 2 weeks, where there was talks that Peter Dinklage was going to play MODOK.
What?
And the excitement you just had was the excitement I had in that moment, and I just wanted to share that with you.
Dude, that would be Peter Dinklage as a MODOK. That would be it. That's the only person that could play MODOK. Is Peter Dinklage.
He has the face, man. He has the perfect face.
He has.
And that's all you need for MODOK.
That's it. Oh man, he's got to do it. He's got to show up. They can put him in that shitty Marvel movie or show that's getting Ghost Rider. What's it called? Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
I really like that show.
I know. I got to get back into it. I heard it got good.
I just finished season 3.
It was good?
Yeah, it's really good.
So, anyways, Thunderer confirmed. Quote about being immortal. So maybe if anybody knows the Immortal Iron Fist run, it's basically Mortal Kombat. It's just Mortal Kombat. It's just awesome. Mortal Kombat! But more kung fu than anything. Then we got the first images of Ghost Rider. They kind of did that. They leaked that like found footage video of Ghost Rider.
Yeah, they're doing the new Ghost Rider that has like a
car.
Yeah, some sort of car.
And a leather jacket.
I never read the run, so I'm not sure.
So does his face light on fire? Because that's all I really care about.
That's the thing is, like, I was excited for like a whole day, and then I was just like, they have to do these special effects.
Yeah.
So either Ghost Rider only shows up like a few times, or it's going to be really crappy special effects.
And it's more, I was thinking about to say, why they put him in the car, because they're like, shit, if we put him on the motorcycle, we're going to have to show his face the whole time. That's a lot of CG budget, so they put him in a car so they never have to show his face.
Well, yeah, even like that, you only have to show the face. Yeah, like it'd be easy to put a mask on him or something. Like that's doable. Yeah. But to do a full CG like they did with Nick Cage, in the movies, like that would be. Yeah. But we'll see. I hope it's good.
Today's just full disappointments. Now I just got reminded that Nicolas Cage played Ghost Rider.
Oh, both those movies are.
I wouldn't call it Nicolas Cage's worst movie, though, by far.
No, not even close.
I was one of those poor bastards that paid to go see The Wicker Man in theaters.
I saw that too.
I'll never. That was traumatic for me as a child to see. Well, I wasn't even. I think I was 15 or 16 when that came out.
But always remember that we dodged a bullet, because there was a time when Nick Cage was almost Superman.
Hey, but it made for a good documentary movie. That's probably the best. That's probably the best movie that Nicolas Cage has ever been in, because it's a documentary about him.
That movie would have been directed by my least favorite director of all time,
Tim Burton.
Yeah, I can't stand the man's work.
So really quick, what's your favorite Nicolas Cage movie?
What's the one? The Rock.
The most sophisticated facility with Sean Connery.
Yeah, that's one that comes to mind immediately.
What you not Kick-Ass?
He was in Kick-Ass.
Yeah,
he was great in Kick-Ass too.
Another man that does multiple comic verses.
He's done he's so hit or miss. Like I think about 50% of his work is good. And then the other 50 is just like, what are you doing? Like Con Air, like what the fuck happened?
Dude, I was going to say, so my sister and I, we love Con Air because I don't know what that would like, we grew up watching those and that and the Die Hard movies, and we loved Con Air. And then recently she sent me an article of like the top 10 worst movies, and Con Air was number 1.
I like Con Air because I like old action movies.
Yeah, they're the best.
That are like, some of them are just so bad that they're good. it's like the Hollywood Babylon thing. Like it's so bad it goes all the way back around, becomes exquisite.
Yeah.
And that's where Con Air falls to me. Like that movie is awful, but I love it.
What about Face Off?
Jesus, Face Off.
We could honestly spend a whole episode talking about Nicolas Cage movies. I wouldn't even be mad. Like, as much as people shit on Nicolas Cage, he's been in some entertaining movies. Like, oh man, that's where the whole ABCD thing comes from. Or that's where the whole meme of him doing the crazy eyes comes from. Yeah. But just The Wicker Man, I still won't ever recover from that. Ever. But I think my favorite is probably Kick-Ass, just because I thought he was a good Big Daddy.
Yeah.
All right. So for more about Nicolas Cage, you have to visit our other podcast. That's later in the night, all about Nicolas Cage.
The Cage-tastic News Hour.
Did you ever hear that story of how he had was it Amazing Fantasy 15 stolen from him?
No, it was Action Comics.
Comics, even more expensive. And someone stole it, and it had his name like on it.
Yeah, they were gonna make a movie about it. I don't know if they were
about his comic being stolen.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's crazy. A heist movie about stealing a comic from Nicolas Cage, featuring
Matt. He was going to be in it too, playing himself,
featuring Matt Damon, stealing comics.
Ben Affleck. I just want Matt Damon, Ben Affleck, and everything.
He just wakes up in the middle of the night to see Ben Affleck and Matt Damon rummaging through his comic book collection. All right. I guess we could talk about comics with this, the foundation of all life on Earth.
It's true.
So I've deep now into the Dark Tower series. I got confused with buying all the trades because there's like 14 trades and I bought them like out of order. So now what I did is I downloaded them ahead of time to read them all, and then I'm just going to figure out how to buy them after, because it's obviously way too confusing for me to figure out. The way the Dark Tower series takes off, though, it does the Gunslinger origin first, and then brings you up to the present of the story as to where the books start off with him to the present, and then they later do the origin story. They don't do the origin until like the fourth book. But dude, I'm getting into the whole multiverse stuff now, and it's awesome. Half of it doesn't make sense, but the other half is just awesome.
That's a series I've always wanted to read.
It is on the epic proportions of like Preacher, if I dare say it. It's like, so there's this level of comics for me where it's, there's like there's like, everything I'm reading, and then the unachievables, which is like Why the Last Man, Preacher, The Boys. I think those are the three that are up there for me right now. And then I think Dark Tower is up there now as well. That's the long epic arcs where you don't like, even the tie-in issues you're reading because you don't want to miss a beat of these characters. Like, and there isn't an issue that just seems like it's an issue for filler. It's just so good. And I know that like they're novels first, but the adaptation of the comic book just works so well.
Yeah.
So that's all.
It's on my list someday. Someday I'll read it.
I'm trying to think of any other unachievables. Oh, I'm sure Sandman will be up there, but I just can't get into Sandman yet. I'm not ready for it.
That's another one. I have so many on that list.
Well, then, like, there's slightly below that tier. It's like Grant Morrison's Animal Man, Alan Moore's Swamp Thing's up there now. You know what I mean? Like the comic booky stuff,
yeah.
not the original material. Yeah, I'm pretty far into Alan Moore's Swamp Thing. I think I'm on volume 3 now, or 4. I think I'm I ordered 4 and 5. I'm reading 4 right now. It's a lot. I'm reading a lot of stuff.
I feel you.
Grant Morrison's Klaus just ended his 7-issue series about Santa Claus. It was fantastic. The art, I gotta look up who was doing the art. It was amazing, and it was a really epic story. They extended a few issues, and I'm really glad they did because it wasn't like your normal folklore about Santa Claus, obviously, because Grant Morrison's writing it, but it's fantastic. So I'd be on the lookout for a trade of that coming within the next couple months from Boom Studios, I think. So
knowing that that's a 7-issue maxi series makes me want to read it.
Yeah, it's good. Really good. So I read Batman. They came out today. I can't wait to read Batman when it comes out. It's kind of the wrapping up from last issue, and basically you find out. So like spoilers, obviously. Batman has to go. There's someone who is controlling Psycho Pirate, and we find out that it's Bane. And he has to go get Amanda Waller's help because Bane is obviously in another country, and he needs to go to another country. So Batman gets advice from Amanda Waller, and then she's like, the issue ends with her being like, it's a suicide mission, and I'm like, God damn it. But it was so good. David Finch's art is fantastic. He just draws the huge Batman. Like, he draws Batman as Ben Affleck jacked style Batman. But this issue is funny because it was like Gotham Girl has kind of lost her mind from Psycho Pirate, and she's going around beating up Batman's villains, but these are Batman villains from like the 1940s. So they featured 2 villains I've never heard of before. One of them was Colonel Blimp. And yes, he was in a purple Colonel outfit, and he was flying a blimp, and I don't know, he like held something on ransom at the city, but I could not get over it. So there was there was 3 pages you opened to, right? You opened to her taking down Colonel Blimp, okay? The next one was Captain Stingray, okay? He dresses like a pirate and has 3 friends that dress like Batman that try to trick him into thinking that they're Batman, but he dresses like a pirate, and he's an expert swordsman. It's spelled like, his name is spelled Stingaree, so it's like Stingray instead of Stingray. So far in the issue, we saw Colonel Blimp and Captain Stingray, and then the mother of all holy grails hits. Kite Man shows up.
Oh, Jesus.
And he crashes into a building, and he shouts, Kite Man. He goes, Kite Man, and then he's like flying, and he goes, hell yeah, Kite Man. It's so good.
We've come close to doing Kite Man a few times on our shitty villains because he always pops up whenever I search for new ones.
Yeah, he's just always there. But dude, he was just like so excited about being Kite Man, and she just like tears his kite to shreds.
Colonel Blimp is my new favorite.
Yeah, it's there isn't a whole lot about him. He was just like it kind of says he was just a villain from the army, but they made him so ridiculous in this issue. You should just pick up the issue just to appreciate it because it's ridiculous.
I'm gonna go back now and find every appearance of Colonel Blimp.
I think it was only in like the 1940s or something when I looked it up. It's ridiculous.
I will spend all find it.
Yeah, that book is fantastic though. It was so much fun to read, but it's so serious at the same time because like Gotham Girl is going around, taking on all these villains, and Batman stops and he's like, "Why are you saving Gotham right now?" Or, I need to. He's like, he asks Alfred, how do I help Gotham Girl? Because she's so distraught about losing her brother. And he goes to Alfred, like, what did you do to help me? Like, how did you help me? And he goes, sir, you dress in a bat suit at night. Like, does it seem like I helped you? And he was just like, oh yeah, you have a point. So he like gets on a rooftop and they hug it out, and she's like bawling in tears. But at first he's like, why are you helping out Gotham right now? And she's just kind of like, it helps. And he's like, yeah, I feel the same way, because obviously he lost people, and that's why it makes him forget about it, saving people in Gotham. It was like a crazy heartfelt moment, in the middle of experiencing all the cheesiest villains I've ever heard of.
And then they had sex on the rooftop, and Joker shot her in the back.
No. Oh my God, no. 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 That was one thing I left out of the notes, but Mark Hamill and Kevin Conroy were in an interview, and they said that there's plans to do an animated movie for Hush, and I think it wasn't Batman Year One. It was
they've already done Year One.
They haven't?
They have done Year One.
Yeah, they did it already. So I forget what Batman. It was Hush and something else, but Hush is a pretty good story.
Probably like Long Halloween or some shit.
Yeah, it was something like that. It wasn't Long Halloween.
Hush is doable.
Yeah, well, everybody thought Killing Joke was doable too, so I'm not getting excited about it yet.
Hush doesn't have that weird ending, though.
True. What I'm really upset about is I got 3-day passes to ComicCon. I didn't buy a Thursday ticket or take Thursday off from work. That is the day that Adam West is hosting a panel where they're going to show Batman the Cape Crusader.
Of course it is.
The one day. I'm not there.
We're only like 2 weeks away from Hartford.
Yeah, we still got to get our tickets.
Yeah, I should do that.
Yeah, I should too.
But we do have
Ed McGuinness is going to...
He is going to be there.
Yep. So I'm going to have him draw me a stick figure or something. Yeah, I'm just going to hug him. Say thank you for your Flash run.
Hug it out, bro.
Okay,
I'm gonna make him draw me Red Hulk. Like, remember when you did Hulk with Jeff Loeb?
Dude, I love his his run with Mark Waid on Flash. He just drew the most jacked Reverse Flash. He just draws the most jacked superheroes.
That's why actually he was kind of perfect for Hulk.
Yeah, because
even though his run wasn't the best, but like art-wise, it was great.
I'll have to find my McGuinness book and have him sign it.
So yeah, the retailer summit was last weekend, I think.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, and there was a few announcements. Some, I picked the 3 that like I thought we would care about.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know it's the 3 I care about. I'll start with DC. You heard about Justice League versus Suicide Squad, right?
I did hear about that. Yeah,
that's going to be their big event coming up.
Yeah, we should probably. I didn't even put those notes down. Yeah, we have events coming up. So if I heard correctly, the Justice League Suicide Squad is going to work in with the main Justice League book.
Yeah, it's not like how Marvel does events. It's more of a crossover than anything.
Yeah, which I might actually get that book because I'm not reading the Justice League now or the Suicide Squad.
Yeah, I'm not reading either book, so I'm not sure. I'm going to have to wait till the synopsis comes out, and if it really clicks with me, then I'll pick up both. Otherwise, I don't know.
There was something about that book, though, that made me want to buy it. I don't know if it was someone who was writing it or someone who was drawing it. But keep talking. I'll figure it out.
I know the creative teams were pretty intense. And then, are you reading any of the Hanna-Barbera books from DC?
No, I actually stopped. Are you?
Okay. Yeah, I'm reading all except for Wacky Raceland, and I think they've been really good. But anyone that's been reading Flintstones, who was it? It's Amanda Connor and Jimmy Palmiotti.
Mm-hmm.
Am I pronouncing that right?
It sounded good to me. Just go with it.
They are going to be doing another Hanna-Barbera title, The Jetsons.
Oh.
I'm really excited for that. I like the Jetsons. I was a big Jetsons fan when I was younger. And as we all know, I like sci-fi and space.
That'd be pretty cool. Oh, okay, I found it. So Justice League Suicide Squad is drawn by Jason Fabok.
Jason Fabok.
He did Justice League. He was like the back end of Justice League. So that cover for Justice League versus Suicide Squad has Harley holding up Batman. Harley Quinn has the lasso of truth. Batman has Katana's sword in his hand and Deadshot's like laser eye thing on. Just take all my money. That is the action figure I wanted as a kid. Just Batman with Katana's sword and Deadshot's laser eye. Like, why? This is the first time this is happening. I don't even need to know what it's about.
Yeah, I'm not a big Suicide Squad guy, so I really do need to know. And the newest Justice League book, I wasn't vibing with it.
Yeah.
So the last big announcement, this one, I don't know if this would interest you or not, but Marvel announced that they are bringing back the Monsters Unleashed brand.
Oh.
With Mr. Cullen Bunn.
Damn.
Which is actually pretty perfect because this is basically Marvel's version of the Universal Monsters. So we're talking Frankenstein's monster, werewolf, and then their own creation, Man-Thing, along with others, Dracula, etc. So Colin Bunn's really good with horror. He did he's done a few over the years. The most recent one was a werewolf book that I'm forgetting the name of, so I apologize.
Ferals?
No, I don't. That wasn't it. It was something else. Because I remember Ferals. That was.
I can't remember it. It's the book that wasn't Ferals.
But yeah. So, anyways, he's perfect for that kind of book, and it's going to be a collection of stories because they've got like 4 different artists working on the book.
That's cool.
I am personally really looking forward to that. I'm always down for some monsters.
Yeah, that's cool that Marvel's doing something a little different.
Yeah, look at they've been pushing their brands further out. I'm happy about that.
DC's going to get me to buy this series. I don't know if I'm going to buy the tie-in issues, but so the way it's going is the first 2 issues are written by Josh Williamson, who did Birthright and Nailbiter, and who's writing The Flash right now, with art by Jason Fabok, and Tony S. Daniel is going to be helping out as guest artist. Issues 3 through 6 are going to be written by Rob Williams, and Tim Seeley is going to be writing on it too, which is awesome.
So is it going to be its own book, or is it going to be going back and forth between Justice League and Suicide Squad like I had originally thought?
It's going to be... So, like, the special prelude in Pages of Suicide Squad number 8, issues 9 and 10 of Suicide Squad, Justice League 12 and 13 will be the tie-ins. And then they're doing a weekly 3 through 6. It's a weird timing for it. I think I think you're going to have to get all the books. I'm just going to wait. I think I'm going to wait for the trade to come out so I don't have to worry about it.
That's what I would probably do. That's the one thing that, Marvel gets a lot of slack for the amount of events they do. And probably, deserved as much as I enjoy most of them. But I do like that their philosophy is, like, we want to have our events be one artist, one writer throughout the whole thing. Like,
it should be.
Sometimes when you mesh like 3 or 4 guys together, it sounds great, but it ends up being Batman Eternal.
Yeah, which I saw a recent post about Batman Eternal, and like someone posted the like original picture of how epic the first issue of Batman Eternal was, where he's like chained to the bat signal and like the city's on fire. You don't know what the hell's going on, and then you got 40 issues of complete garbage until you got to that point. People were like, "Oh, now I got to go back and read this." I'm like, "Why? Why would you do that to yourself? You probably need to read the first and the last issue of that. That's it. That's the story you wanted."
There's a really good story in there that should have been like a 12-issue series.
Yeah, it did not need to be 52, and I think I paid for like 20 of them or something like that.
I think I bought all of them, so because I fell behind at one point because there was 3 weeklies going on at the same time. Yeah, I was buying all 3 of them.
Future's End. Oh my god, I don't even want to talk about Future's End.
Future's End was a disaster.
The whole thing was a disaster.
I remember reading Future's End number 0 and being like, "This looks amazing."
Yeah,
and then I got none of that through the entire year of books. But then Batman Beyond came out, and Batman Beyond was what Future's End should have been.
Yeah.
Sure. And then the Earth 2 book that was really good.
Yeah, and they went on to Earth 2 Society, which I'm just kind of reading that book to read it, which is kind of where I'm at with Flash. I was talking to our friend Steve about this. How Flash? Are you reading Flash right now?
No.
It's like. It's almost like he's writing it as a monthly, but they're putting 2 issues out a month. So it's like it just keeps reiterating itself. It's like very cyclic. Like they're training new Flashes and the villain shows up and then the main villain disappears and it's a whole mystery. And then the last issue, the main villain shows up and that's how they end the issue. I'm like, you guys already did that reveal once. You need to build upon it. You can't do it twice within a series like that.
They need to find someone to go through because I don't know a ton about Flash, but you need to go through and find someone who can like pick out old villains, and reinvent them, or create new villains for them if they really want to.
Well, no, it's a new villain. It's just the way I don't know.
But they need to get away from this whole like. There needs to be a speedster in every storyline thing. Like that's when they introduced Godspeed in when they were first talking about Rebirth. I was out because they were just like, "Oh, we're gonna introduce these new speedsters, and the villain's gonna be a speedster." And it's like Flash is no longer special. Like there's 5,000 speedsters in the goddamn DC universe. Like.
Yeah, I might actually. I hate to say it, but I might actually take it off my pull list for like Detective Comics because I think Detective Comics, the issues I have been reading, I've been buying off the shelves like randomly, and they've been fantastic.
Yeah.
You're reading that because of Clayman, right?
No.
You should be because that's a lot of Clayface.
Yeah. That was almost the reason I bought it is because I love Clayface.
Dude, he's a big part of they bring him in as the part of the team.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have a pretty crappy villain to talk about today.
Let's do it. It's getting close to my bedtime.
Yeah. By bedtime, you need to play Dragon Age for 3 hours and then go to bed.
I gotta start season 2 of Rebels.
Okay. So, did you look this guy up?
No, I was gonna let you do it.
He's a Marvel. So this is a Marvel hero that I picked. I could not pass this up. I was almost going to do Kite Man because of the recent resurgence of him, but we're doing Armless Tiger Man. That's his name, Armless Tiger Man.
Did he also beat up Deadpool?
Maybe. Let's hope. Pat, I hope you're listening to this because.
Because you need to talk shit during our D&D session.
Do you want to know? Okay, so do you want to know Gustav? His name is Gustav Hertz.
Gustav Hertz?
Is that? Yeah, like I get it because it's like he doesn't have arms, so it probably really hurts.
Does he like serve Hertz donuts?
Oh my god! So here's his origin. Ready? He was a young German boy working in a factory until his arms got caught in a machine. He lost both his arms, but learned how to use his teeth and feet in the same manner of his arms. Hertz developed an extreme hatred for machines and was sent by the Gestapo to America in order to destroy American machines. After committing a brutal murder, the Angel was sent after the Armless Tiger Man. The Angel's chase culminated in a battle at some plant where the Angel defeated Armless Tiger Man and handed him over to the police. Yeah. So let's see what he says. Where are his abilities? Powers. He has agility. Claws. Okay, here's one of his powers. Okay, this is listed for Unarmed Tiger Man. Are you ready for this? Unarmed combat. That is one of his powers. Unarmed combat. Oh no!
That's fantastic.
Armless Tiger Man. Unarmed combat. He's in a major story arc with Red Skull called Flags of Our Fathers. He's one of the special operatives that Red Skull selected to help conquer Wakanda.
Red Skull wonders why his shit never works out.
Yeah, I know, right? Like, that sucks, dude. He's just like, that is the best origin, though. Like, he hates machines because a machine cut his arm off, so he goes around biting machines with his teeth. Oh, wait a second. Did it say he had claws? I didn't even... Yeah, it says he has claws. He doesn't have arms. How could he have claws? That doesn't make any sense. Oh, my God.
It's like a cat.
I don't know. The picture is just like his face. It looks like he's been biting people because his chest is all bloody. Yeah. It's like his arms got caught in a machine. They had to be removed, and he learned to hate machines. He trained to become a fearsome threat even without his arms, becoming the vicious, cannibalistic, armless Tiger Man. Oh, so this guy eats people. That's kind of metal, dude. He's just like... Oh, man.
If you saw the picture I just saw.
Is it him in the yellow suit with no arms?
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, so there you have it, folks. Armless Tiger Man. He was created in 1941, so he's around the Batman era. Someone must have known, like, their cousin, like, one of the writers of the books must have known someone who in 1941 got their arms ripped off in a German factory or something. Like, there's no way you just come up with that origin. Like, you heard about that through a friend, and then you made him a character.
Knew a guy who knew a guy.
Yeah. That's pretty hardcore for the 1940s, though. Especially for Marvel, too.
They were doing some fucked up things back in the day.
Yeah, but I found a good article where this guy came from, so I think we have a few more. We have like 6 or 7 more really bizarre villains like this. That's going to be pretty good.
Sorry, once you see what I'm doing, you will be proof.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, I think that pretty much summed it up for this guy. Yeah, it doesn't even... Oh, wait, there's a picture of him. His feet. Okay. I don't know how he does that.
He has claws on his feet. That's where his claws are coming from.
So he just grapples people with his feet, and he's mentally insane, so he eats them.
I want a t-shirt with him on it that just says unarmed combat.
Oh, my God. Oh, no. Someone on Comic Vine doing that was like, this is good.
Oh, I love the guys at ComicCon.
Yep. All right. That's episode 11 for everybody. It's hump day, so have a wonderful rest of your week. Thanks for listening. Subscribe.
Yeah, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Subscribe to the iTunes. Give us a good review. Twitter.
I know some of you are out there listening to this, so I mean, if you could just give us 5 stars, and you'd be our best friend.
Talk about how awesome we aren't.
Or at least like those videos on YouTube.
Yeah, likes on YouTube, subscribes on YouTube. Mike is on Twitter at
Ricker621, but I never use it ever.
I'm on Twitter at Fortress. Yeah, Fortress Chris, and the podcast is Fortress News Pod. Facebook.com/Fortress Comic News, and then you can just go to the website fortresscomicnews.com and find all this crap.
Yeah, all the good stuff. Our picks of the week.
Yeah,
where I haven't been picking Batman every week, so that's a surprise.
No, you almost gave me a heart attack a few weeks ago when you didn't say Blue Beetle.
Yeah, and I read Blue Beetle, and we'll talk about it next time.
So yeah, do all that stuff. Where else?
Yep, do all that stuff. Goodbye.
See you.